Thank you, Attorney General, for coming down. I don't live in Benson. I used to be on the city council until December of this last year. I'm going to come at this from a little bit different perspective. I absolutely, unequivocally do not want this to come into town. I resigned from city council because I moved out of city limits at that time. The only information that I had on ADI, I knew that they were looking at coming to Benson, but I was under the impression that they were still trying to decide whether or not Benson was a good fit. Come to find out that by the time I had resigned on December 13th, that their conditional use permit had already been issued without notifying all members of the council. There's been a document that's gone around about a meeting that happened last summer with 3 of the council members, some school officials, hospital officials, that they were in the loop. Everybody else was out of the loop because it seemed like they wanted this to come in under the radar. I want to say I come up here, I've been attacked personally by several members of the city council, and so this gives me a little bit of hesitation to come up here, but I, again, live downriver. Thank you. I live downriver. We just built a house out in Pomeroy, just north of town, which would be downriver, unlike what was said earlier. I have 3 beautiful daughters who this is going to affect. I am 5th generation Benson resident. Like Mr. Mayberry over here, my family was one of the founders of this valley. Sorry to get emotional here. I also have some, noise was brought up at the construction site. While I was on council, we passed an ordinance that prohibits construction noise from the hours of 10 to 6, so it disturbs me that this is not being enforced. Also, the police force, which is weird to me, I just found out is being hired out like a private security firm. There's an officer posted there 24/7. Apparently we're being reimbursed, but I'm not sure that that's totally accurate. And then, there was a document that went around about the nuisance law. This would bring about, from my understanding, 70 to 80 semi-trucks down 4th Street, which is Highway 80 per day, 24/7. I invite you to come down during the winter time when all of the winter visitors come, because traffic through town is already horrible and we don't need to add 70 to 80 semi-trucks to the streets. Our streets are already horrible. I can't imagine what 70 to 80 semi-trucks a day down that would happen. In my opinion, this was done very secretively, under the radar, coming from a city council member who was out of the loop. Like I said, when I resigned on December 13th, I was not aware that they had been issued their conditional use permit. And I was told that they were still in the process of even determining whether this was a suitable location. So I ask you to investigate that, and there's some other concerning things that have come up. I'm sure you've received lots of complaints, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.